guidelines in that field. Hallelujah. So having a vision is not enough, right? Having a vision is not enough. You need, what is your dreams without a bold move, without courage, right? You need to make bold moves in this 21st century. And we're in a world where things are like, imagine faster than we can ever think. Like, there are a lot of things out there. Even if you don't have direction, something somewhere would be distracting you. There are just a lot of things. AI, all this tech stuff would be all up in your face, right? So we'll be exploring how we're not just here to observe what is coming, right? We are here to take a hold of it. We are here to lead what is coming. Praise God. Hallelujah. So I'm going to invite the next person, that is Pastor Tosin Awodire, to come and give the welcoming address. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. This is a church, so there's that tendency to say praise God. All right, but I don't want us to get tired of saying praise God. God always deserves to be praised. Hallelujah. And I want to welcome everybody. I'm so excited to be here. The rain tried to, reduce the excitement a bit, but nothing is going to stop us in Lagos. Hallelujah. And I'm so honored to have, seasoned speakers here today. We have Mr. Odeyemi here. Mr. Odeyemi leads, growth for Sterling Bank, and is somebody that, when I looked at his profile, I didn't know him at first, but when it was recommended and we looked at him, I know it's someone that we're going to learn a lot from in terms of personal branding today, how to come up with a brand, something that speaks to your target audience. And we have Pastor Dami in the house. Pastor Dami is somebody I revere a lot. He's a covenant friend of our pastor, my father in the Lord, and he's somebody that has so much strides when it comes to, even in the corporate world. He's an author, he's also a speaker. He's a professional speaker, and he speaks in conferences like this. He's also the CEO of Hardy Business School. I'm not sure he wants us to say so many things about him, but we're so honored to have you. Thank you so much for that. And I want to welcome everyone here today. We're expecting a lot of people, so don't think the chairs are just there. All right, we're expecting a lot of people, and we've been in contact with all of our different regions, and they're on their way. You know how Lagos can be. 10 minutes is 30 minutes, all right, but they will be here shortly. But then we will begin, all right? And I'm sure that they are also connected online. So we want to say thank you to those connected online. We really, really appreciate that you're putting in the time to come. This is a free event, all right? And it has come as a cost to us. But what you stand to gain today is something that is going to last for generations to come, all right? We're talking about becoming in the 21st century, bold moves, emerging trends, and I think when we're looking at that theme, it sort of resonated with what is happening, a lot currently with young people generally. We see a lot of young people making giant strides, and still we have a lot of young people that are confused about their direction. So make no mistake about it. There are a lot of young people that are doing great things, unimaginable things. How else do you explain somebody that is gifted in chess, talking with United Nations, sitting in front of the president, just because you're very gifted with what in chess, right? So we have a lot of young people that are doing well. At the same time, we need much more direction. We need to herald this voice. People need to hear it much more, that you can be anything you want to be, despite the economy, despite the situations, despite your background, right? You can be anything you want to be if you just put a little more effort into your purpose, into the direction in which you want to move. And this is why we are having this event today. So I want you to glean so much from everything you're going to do. I want you to really, really be expectant. It is something that is going to blow your mind. I can assure you. You cannot listen to the people that we have lined up today. Our Father in the Lord, Pastor Emmanuel Dosun Olanipekun, Pastor Teju, Pastor Dami, and Mr. DM. There's so much you're going to be learning today for free. And there's an event I'm attending later this month, and I'm paying 50,000 for it. That is even small compared to some other events that you hear 500,000. Yes, because you want to hear knowledge, right? Because you want to hear knowledge that you're going to apply. So this event is free, but it is coming at a big cost. And I want us to be ready. There is so much that our speakers have been loaded with, and it's going to be up. And you can see that they are serious with it because they are here already. They even came before the organizers. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for coming in early, and that's why we're beginning. We're not waiting for others that are on their way. Thank you so much. Really, really, really appreciate it. And I just want to say, make sure you enjoy your time here. There will be so many sections for you to connect with other people when they arrive, right? We're going to be having breakout sessions. We're going to be having networking sessions. So make sure you connect with people. If you're single, please don't connect with married people unless for business purposes, all right? Okay, thank you so much. But if you're single, please connect with any other single person. And you never can tell, your business partner might be here, right? All right, so if you have an idea, and listen, I don't want to say so. We've given them briefing notes, and I'm sure that God is going to expound so much about it, right? You have an idea, you're confused on how to start. This is the event that is going to help you launch that. You have a partner already, but you don't know how to set a structure to what you want to do. This is the event that's going to help you. So it is packed. Even the breakout sessions, we have sessions that we're going to talk about business, Forex, Web3, and all of that, right? So many things we have planned for you today. And I want it to be, of course, there is restaurant too, very plenty. So I want you to be really, really attentive. Thank you so much. I would love every other person. I know a lot of us are working at the back. I would love every other person. If you know you're not an usher, please come and sit down and let us begin. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful time here. I invite the moderator.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. You seem cold. Are you cold? I'm a little cold yes, because of the rain, but please, I want you to put up your best smile. Can I see your best smile? Can I see your best smile over there? Let me see your teeth. Let me shine my teeth so that you know that. Do you like my smile? Do you like my smile? All right, I'm here for something very, very brief. But first of all, I want to appreciate you, sir. I want to appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. We look forward to what you have to say to us. We are so expectant, and a lot of people are on the way. They are also expectant. But before we go into the next thing, let me introduce myself. I am Adeola Awodiri. I'm Adeola Awodiri, and I'm here to just, lighten us up a little bit. All right, so I'll be calling up one or two people to share something about themselves. Something about themselves. Do you want to raise your hand? One thing about this conference is one of the things you're going to learn is how to position yourself, visibility and all of that. It is not a conference or a gathering where you should be shy. Even if you are shy, this is that place, that moment where you need to, push yourself beyond your normal, inside the shell person. If you are already in your shell right now, I want you to crack that shell and come out. Do you understand? Do you understand? All right, please, I want you to give me the vibe that we need. Do you understand? I'm bringing my own. Let us meet in the middle. Are we good? All right, so I want to call 2 ladies and 2 guys. 2 ladies and 2 guys. You can volunteer. And let's do this quickly. I don't want it to look like I'm pointing at people to come forward. Be bold, be bold. What is the theme about? What's the theme? Purposeful vision, bold moves. You can start your bold moves from here. Are we ready? Is anybody? All right. I'm going to call somebody. She already knows I'm going to call her. The beautiful lady at the back there. I know you, but I want you to come forward. Please, can we give her a round of applause as she comes forward? Quickly. How about you? Yes, the man in the brown jacket. I need 2 more people. A guy and a lady. Please come forward. Let them see you. Do you want to volunteer? Anybody? All right. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Can we give him a round of applause? Then one more person, the lady on the sky blue. You knew I was going to call you. All right. What we're doing here is just very simple. I want you to tell us your name, what you do, and what you are here for. What are your expectations? All right. They've already given someone the mic. Okay, please, your name, what you do. See, if you do 5 things, tell us all the 5 things, because you never can tell where your next opportunity will come from.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to be here this morning. And my name is Oshundaunsi Wemimo Rachel. I'm a social media manager. I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm an aspiring project manager as well.
Wow.
Thank you. So, anything that has to do with managing your social media platforms, you want to get so visible online, you want to be known, you want people to see what you're doing, you want to give value and show the value that you have, I'm the right person for you.
Wow.
And my entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur. I sell jewelries, fashion jewelries, earrings, bracelets, and I've been doing this business for 5 years, even before I became a social media manager. So you should know that, yes, I know what I'm doing. Praise God. So, and also, project management is something that it's been a part of me right from when I was in secondary school. And everybody is telling, oh, well, you know how to manage things, you know how you are good at organization. Even at the family, my family, anybody I meet, they're always like, oh, wow, you know how to manage things. So I'm looking at making this a skill and getting good at it. And yeah, that's just...
Wow, can we give her a round of applause? That was smooth. That was smooth. It looked like she came prepared. We celebrate you. Well done. Well done. All right, can we have you?
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Esther Kanem. I'm a certified executive assistant.
Wow.
And I'm also an entrepreneur. I help people pre-order homeware items, kitchen utensils from China. I also sell homeware items. But basically, for career, I support high-level executive network individuals.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Can we give her a round of applause? Please help me pass to the next person.
All right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Uguni Richard, and I'm a student architect. I'm a graphic designer as well, and I'm into cryptocurrency. Okay. So for the theory of those things, I am majorly into them, like actively into them, and also into construction as well.
Okay.
So, but as a student architect, I'm not a professional architect yet, so there are some restrictions, but we'll escape that very soon. So for my graphic design, I major on social media designs and just basic designs. I don't do the complex designs, just social media and data. And for cryptocurrency, I trade BTC and USDT mostly, and also Ethereum sometimes. But those are like the major 2 things that I trade in.
All right, thank you so much. Let's have you. Okay, here's the mic. You can hold on to this. We're not done yet.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Franklin Tayo Adegun. Yeah, I'm into music. By God grace, I'm an international, multiple award-winning.
Wow.
So, I didn't get here direct. I get the invitation from my friend. Since I like to go into tech, so there's a program coming up that you need to partake in. No, you never can tell. Once you're into a new field, you need to meet 1 or 2 people to guide you and all that. And like Nigeria, we have now one way, no be way. So, so that's why I'm here, and I'm hoping to meet nice and friendly and business partners and all that. The way forward, that's just it.
All right, thank you so much. What we want to do is slightly serious. We just want you to share something reflective. You mentioned you are an executive assistant. By the way, I'm also one. I'm also a lot of other things. I would introduce myself later, but this session is for you. So I want you to tell me what is one of the biggest lessons or challenges. So you can pick one. You can either tell us a big lesson you've learned so far in your career or entrepreneurship journey, or you can tell us a big challenge that you have faced or you are facing, and you are looking forward to, getting answers to those questions right here.
So, as an executive assistant, one of the biggest challenges is emotional intelligence.
Wow.
Yes, having to balance working with your principal and also having to balance working with other top executives too, because you have to prioritize their job at the expense of your own sanity.
I can understand that.
So that is the biggest challenge.
That has been your biggest challenge.
That has been my biggest challenge, and so far so good. I've been able to manage it by making sure that in all that I do, at the expense of making the job or achieving the goal, I also have to ensure that I am fit to do it.
Yes.
So if I'm not fit to do it, I can't be there, and automatically I'll get burnout. So that has been my biggest challenge, and so far I've been able to manage it.
Wow. I celebrate you. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Can we have you, Wemimo?
All right, thank you very much. So my biggest challenge so far has been work-life balance. So as a social media manager, you're expected to be online, you're expected to be active. You can be on several social media platforms at the same time. And maybe you're not working for just one brand, you have 2-3 brands you're working for, and you have to be active. Like immediately they send you a message, you must be there to respond. So creating a work-life balance has been a challenge for me lately, because I discovered that I have to work outside of work hours. I have to stay up to be able to meet my deliverables and meet up with tasks. So far, how I've tried managing this is I have made it a priority starting from early this month, last month, September. My body just needed rest, and it told me in a very, very difficult way. Like, I was very sick, so I just knew that, okay, this is what I have to put in place to make sure that I do not break down just because I'm working. So once it's 5 p.m., I make sure I check out of work. There is nothing anybody's going to do at that point, except it is a very, very serious emergency that I need to attend to. And I'm still trying, because even after I say, I'm checking out, I still find myself going back there. There is something I need to do. I've not posted. What's that thing I've not done yet? So yeah, that's just my major challenge.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. How about you, Richard?
All right. So for me, the thing is, the 3 things I mentioned are actually something I'm actively engaging in, because the crypto part of it is literally what is funding the rest.
Wow.
So it's a kind of priority kind of thing. So I have to focus more on that, because it's the one funding the other things. So when it comes to architecture, the problem is always how you deal with, because I've not been personally dealing with clients. It's always like got to get a job as a student and all of that, but it's always how you deal with clients and communicate. So those are a part of it that I'm still like learning, because the construction world is actually different from me just sitting at home designing and giving out and all of that. And for the crypto, I mean, it's a general thing, loss, right? It's quite unavoidable at sometimes. And apart from loss, which is something I can manage, the issue is actually Nigerian banking.
Okay.
It's terrible, honestly, very terrible. I spent about 6-7 months with my bank locked, and as I speak, 2 of my banks are still locked. So,
wow.
And too many court orders has gone in, but these people don't process these things. They just look at crypto as you're just doing one fraudulent act. So that's like the picture that this bank have in mind. So a lot of issues coming from the bank segments that's affecting work really, really, really bad. Because not just me, I and my co-workers are experiencing bank issues. Not even one. Mine is 2. Someone's like 3. Wow. And it's even extending to like BVN issues, and it's really, really, really affecting the whole thing. So that's like my major challenge.
All right, thank you so much. I mean, this is such a great, if you didn't mention this, I wouldn't have known that the cryptocurrency world is facing that. And I think programs like this, are opportunities to lend our voices so that, more people can be aware of it. Even the people, at the back end of things can, embrace it more. All right, thank you so much. Let's have you.
One more thing. I'm also into modeling.
Okay.
So when you look at the ROC Cola calendar this year, you see this face. So that's one of the part two. Then into music, like we all know, music is something that, you have to develop yourself, but it takes a while to work it out. So while you're working it out, you have to find yourself into some other ways of living and healing. So music is something that is beautiful. Even when I walked in, I know that some of the instrumentalists could see that, okay, this guy is flowing with the music. So music is something that unites. So, but when it comes to the healing and all that, you have to be patient. So that's why you have to have plan B or plan C, even plan E.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So that's why I'm into modeling and now want to go into tech because we are all youth, so we still have a long way to go. So we still have much time on our side now. So music is just friendly and it's challenging. You just have to find your way to solve the challenge.
All right, thank you so much. Please, can we celebrate these beautiful, bold people? Make it louder, make it louder, make it louder. All right, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Thank you so much. Please, can we celebrate them as they go back to their seat? Someone will pick up the mic from you. All right, so before we move to the next thing, like I said, my name is Adeola Awodire. I am an executive assistant to a co-founder in Tech Mobility, or Mobility Tech, if you'd like that. I'm also a project manager, a graphics designer, a writer. See, this kind of program is where you get to shoot your shot. So I'm not afraid. Do you understand? I'm doing it boldly. All right. So this program was designed specifically for you at whatever stage you are in life. Even if you are just starting, if you are at the middle, if you think you are at the pinnacle already, I just want to let you know that there's still more. All right? There's still more. And right here in this meeting is where you are going to get the right push, the right motivation, the illumination, the light you need. Sometimes you are just one information away from your next level. You are just one information away, one strategy away, one news or one secret away from your next level. And this meeting is where you are going to get that. I want you to open up your heart. I want you to be very receptive. Do you understand? Don't allow any distractions. All right? All right. Please, last thing we're going to do, I want you to shout. I want you to shout because it looks like people are cold. Should we bring tea for you? Should we bring tea? You want? All right. There's something I want us to do. Please, can we project the flyer again on the screen? I want us to repeat the tagline of the conference. Yes. Purposeful vision, bold moves, and emerging trends. So, are we ready to go? I want you to do it with the loudest voice possible. Are we ready? Yes. Please don't leave me. One. So, we are reading purposeful vision, bold moves, and emerging trends. 1, 2, ready, go. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right. Join me as I welcome Miss Momori to take the stage again. Please join me.
It's like you people don't like me. All right. We are starting now, and I want you to get your notepads ready, your pen, your phone, anywhere you are jotting. I want your heart to be open to receive from Mr. Olumide Lawrence Odeyemi. Is a consummate marketing and communication professional with over 10 years of experience driving digital strategy, growth, and communication for brands. He currently leads growth and product marketing at Sterling Bank. A graduate from the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University, Mr. Olumide also holds a professional marketing diploma from the Chartered Institute of Marketing, CIM UK. Building upon this, Mr. Olumide has amassed a portfolio of globally recognized certifications in communications, branding, product, and project management. The diverse knowledge base allows him to approach challenges from dynamic and strategic perspective. Throughout his career, Mr. Olumide has thrived in a wide range of industries, including IT, real estate, media, PR, healthcare, entertainment, banking, and fintech, building a deep understanding of diverse consumer landscape and market dynamics. Mr. Olumide is an author with 2 published books to his name, Building a Social Empire, that's the first book, and Content for Engagement and Optimization, that's the second book. Written for young professionals in marketing, looking to build social capital and skills in content marketing. Mr. Olumide's passion for empowering others also translates to the academic sphere. He facilitates social media marketing classes for the Digital Marketing Institute certification program and prepares tutor for the CIM Professional Marketing Diploma at Simon Page College of Marketing. Beyond professional pursuits, Mr. Olumide enjoys social connections, movies, music, and gaming. He is also a convener of Link Up Lagos, a social networking event that has partnered with top brands and ignited similar gatherings across Nigerian cities. Mr. Olumide's vision is to become a global resource for young professionals and small businesses looking to scale their impacts. Now, with Jesus' joy in our hearts, can we welcome Mr. Olumide to the stage?
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm just going to be depending on the slides on the screen, or I can use the one on my phone. Okay, all right, thank you. Good morning once again, everyone. It's a very, I like to call it cozy room. We're not very much, so I don't think we should spread too wide apart. Can you indulge me, please? Can we just kind of move centrally, if that's okay? Thank you very much. Thank you. Just so I can see, and I'm going to tell you the reason why, right? I like to start, when I'm talking to people, I like to start with a little bit of a story about myself. Growing up, I was a bit complicated, even to myself, because how do you marry? So when I was young, I watched a lot of movies, and I used to really dream that one day I will be in the movies. I will be an actor, right? So after watching a movie, I will go into my room, lock the door, and reenact everything that I have watched, right? But, you know, I'm not a Gen Z, I'm a millennial. And if you know anything about millennials, you know that in our time, things that we enjoy now, our parents did not like them. Like, imagine them asking you, what do you want to become in the future? And you say you want to become an actor. They will smack you. Or you say you want to become a footballer. They will say these things are for riffraffs, people that don't have NFAs, no future ambitions. Right? So at that time, I could not tell anybody that I had dreams of becoming an actor. Right? So whenever anybody asked me, what are you going to be in the future? I would say, I will become an ambassador, because I thought that was a big word. I didn't even know what ambassadors do. I just read it somewhere, and I thought it was a perfect decoy to, shy away from what I really wanted to be. But guess what? For each time they asked me and I said I wanted to become an ambassador, I was actually kind of rewiring my brain some way that what I want to become is not part of me. Like, if I'm not bold enough to say it outside, that this is my vision, this is what I really want to do, then I'm killing myself every day, right? So imagine that somebody who dreams of one day acting in front of people, putting yourself out there, suddenly lacks the self-esteem to hold mic in front of people and talk, right? So I was very shy. See, the old me will not, the old me, when they told me that I would be speaking here, I would just reject. Say, sorry, I don't speak in public, because I was too shy to face people. But guess what? I wanted to become an actor. But fate would have his way. When I did JAMB, my first JAMB, I pleased my dad, right? And I put in there international relations, because I had gone to do some more research. What will it take to be an ambassador? Since I was too shy to admit that I wanted to be an actor. So I scored, I think, 270 something, but somehow OAU Not the jump that we used to do today, that 140 is enough to get into the university. Then, OAU cut off 250, 270, 290, you get. So I didn't get in. And then the second year, I wrote JAMB again, still putting for international relations. But guess what? I got admission. For what department? Can you guess? Anybody, take a wild guess. Drama. It was like, even I was shocked, because international relations is in social sciences. Theater arts or dramatic arts is in arts. How did I jump? And it was not like I scored low. Do you understand? How did I jump to dramatic arts? So it was like that thing that I've been professing, somehow God just orchestrated it to happen. And I was not going to give up admission. My mates had gone ahead of me already. This is my second year of doing JAMB. And you know the kind of stigma that comes. Okay, you want to mic me up? Thank you. And if you know anything about the life we lived as millennials those days, there was a stigma of you staying at home when... Okay, is it on now? Yes, it's on. All right. Oh, okay, that's fine. There's a stigma to you being at home while your mates in school. So my father could not tell me to sit at home. The simple solution was go and do year one. After year one, when you pass very well, we will do transfer. Yes, my year one, I finished with a first class. I mean, I was on 4.8 something, and it was time to do the transfer. The dean of my faculty said, no, they are not going to release me. So that's how I graduated with dramatic arts. And I'm supposed to be an actor today. But do you add my profile? Did you see anything Nollywood in it? Some way, somehow, fate has brought me here. But I said all of that, basically, to kind of encourage someone here this morning who has been fortunate, blessed, lucky enough to be here, to say, look, your journey to becoming does not start today. It has already started. As early as you add consciousness of who you are as a person. So if your earliest memory of yourself is 2 years old, your becoming has started. And what does your becoming really, what does it mean if we are to dissect it? Your becoming is attached to identity. Who you really are sometimes does not start with how you see yourself. It starts with how you express yourself to the world and what people say about you, what they think about you, because a lot of the realities that you are going to face or the things that will happen to you in life will be based off of what people think about you and what they know about you. It might be difficult for you to understand it, but that is why I'm here to talk about personal branding and digital influence. We are in a digital age today. Gone are those days where people will be looking for you on the streets. The first place, if I want to know about you today, where am I likely to go to first? Google, or go to your social media. I will definitely use technology. So, if whatever it is that you say you want to become, if I cannot see that potential in you, there is no support, there is no opportunity, there is nothing I can do to help you become it. And that's why I said your becoming does not start today. It has already started since you were born. And how do you build that perception, that reputation that takes you from where you are now to where you really want to be, to that becoming point that you've figured out for yourself? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, I don't have a lot of time, and I think I've already spent a quarter of my time telling you a story. So we are going to rush through it. But please feel free to ask me questions. I like my sessions to be as interactive as possible. Now, let's start. This is why I like to be in control. Okay, now, the big question today that we'll start with. 2 questions, really. Who are you? And who do you want to be? It's possible that your answer to both will be different. In fact, there is a 99.9% chance that your answer to these 2 questions will be different, because who you are today may not necessarily be who you want to be. Am I correct? Do you think you've gotten to where you want to be in life as of now? But do you think that who you are today has a role to play in who you are going to be? Do you think a lazy person can become Nigeria's president? In this country? How? You can't have connections from being lazy. How do you make connections? You go out. You offer value to people. They see the value that you have to offer. You can't be lazy and have even your father's name. Do you know MK or Abiola? Okay. How many of his children do you know today that are in the mainstream? I mean, if you meet an MK or Abiola's grandchild today, would you know? Just because in Gen Z or Gen Alpha language, what do they call them? Old taker. That's what they call them. Right? Because, see, what we are talking about here is simple. If you want to become, the only best way I can say this is in Yoruba, but not everybody will understand. If you want to become, it is a daily work. You do the work daily. You cannot be laid back. See, they say confession. Yes, confess. Right? Write the vision, make it plain. But you have to do the work. Do you get? You have to run with it. And running, you cannot run and be lazy. You get? So who you are today has a big role to play in who you want to be. Which means that if who you are today is not consistent with who you want to be, you have work to do. Even if who you are today is on the journey to who you want to be, you still have some more work to do to get you there. I mean, who goes to a university and gets a degree in 2 days? Typically, how long will it take? 4 years. Can you play with year 1 and do the rest in year 2, year 3, and year 4? You can, right? And then when you graduate, if you play with your year 1, will you likely finish with a first class? Okay. So since you did not finish with a first class, it means somehow you've missed certain opportunities to get maybe scholarship abroad, fully funded scholarship to study in the US, study a STEM course, and your life just changes. So the moment you play with your first year, what have you done? You've cut a part of a possible future away, isn't it? So it means you now have small parts to play with, which is 2-2 or 2-1. When you get to 2-1 and you finish, you know you have to still do some work if you really want to compete with over millions of candidates out there chasing the same few opportunities that are there. So you have to go and get some certification programs, isn't it? Now, if you are just thinking small, say, let me just finish and just go and be a teacher, will you put in certain efforts? So that's just to tell you that, look, if you are not careful, or if you are not clear, if you are not purposeful, which is part of what they've said here, about your vision, every day that you waste has a consequence ahead. Every month that you waste has a consequence. Every quarter that you waste every year that you waste has a consequence. But God is a merciful God, right? Because you can always pick up yourself at any point and re-engineer your future, right? So let's get into it. Now, what I had on this slide before was different, but they told me that we are coming to a church gathering. I didn't really figure it out at first. But I had people like Portable, I had people like, different people that you can relate with outside of the church system here, right? Because I wanted you to kind of picture the kind of possibilities that are out there. Right? we live in a world where we are easily influenced by what we consume, the media, the stories we hear, and all of that. So some way you might be on this path, and based off of the fact that you spend a lot more time on TikTok than anywhere else, your future ambition might just be, I want to be the next Pella, right? And so you abandon your original dream of being an aerodynamics operator or something, or becoming the next pilot. But because you see that they are making money on TikTok, you are creating content on the streets. So we are easily influenced. So if you are not careful about that original dream that God has given you, and being careful about what you consume every day, you might just trade your original dream for another person's dream. That's like running another person's race. You will never finish that race, right? But I've brought these people because I think we can relate more with these people. We are Christians, right? We know this guy. His impact is in what segment, what industry, what sector? Yeah, you call it entertainment, Christian entertainment, right? But entertainment is entertainment, whether it's Christian or entertainment is entertainment. This lady is where? Entertainment too, but music, right? So this is movies, this is music, right? What about this guy? Let's just say personal and spiritual development, right? And then this guy is music, right? And then there are some other people I didn't put here. Who knows IB Quakes? Right? You know Rashidat Ajibade. You know Taiwo Awoni. These are people in different sectors who are using their platforms for Christ, and they are doing well. So it means that in the same world that you are looking and you are following certain influences, there are other influences you can follow in those spaces. Who follows Eric Gugua on TikTok? So it means that you can, as on that same TikTok where you can be following Pella, there are other people you can choose to follow. And I'm saying this because what you consume daily somehow shapes your reality, shapes your mentality, shapes your vision, shapes what you aspire towards. And that is the first thing I want us to learn today, to say, look, there is a verse in the Bible, I'm struggling with it now. It talks about you building until you become. Looking at, I think it's an image of Christ, until you become. So what you look at constantly, you become. That's why when people struggle with addiction, their lives continues to shrink and shrink and shrink. So you have to have that big vision. They call it big, hairy, audacious goal that you continue looking at every day, working towards, and as you do it, you expand, and life expands to that. So I'm not going to ask which of these you want to become, but I'm just want to picture, where do you want to be? Who is that person who is already thriving in that space that you can continue to look at, observe, right? Whether they don't have to be Nigerians. They can be Caribbean, they can be in the UK, in the US, but just choose your influence, right? Because if you identify with them, you are likely to become like them, or even better than them. Now let's move forward. So yeah, we're going to talk about a brand. What does a brand mean? A brand is not a logo. It's not just your emblem. No. A brand is a collection of perceptions in the mind of a consumer or observer. The key word here is perception. What do people think about you? My favorite quote about branding is from Jeff Bezos. He said, branding is what people say about you when you're not in the room. You can tell yourself, I'm not a wicked person. You can always tell yourself, oh, I'm not a wicked person. I don't do evil to people. And then we tell you to leave the room, and people should talk about their experiences with you. And it might be totally different. And guess what? People are likely to believe what people say about you than what you say about yourself. So the real people that can tell you who you are the people who are observing you, who are working with you, who are living with you, who know you. And so that's why it's important that this is where you start from in becoming. What is my brand today? What do people say about me? And we're going to get to it. I just need to move faster. Brands are born of experience and they reflect reputation. And simply put, branding is distinction. What sets you apart from every other person? What makes you different? What makes you special? If you suddenly are no longer here, maybe you relocate, will there be a gap that no one else can fill, at least for the meantime? What is that thing that you do differently from every other person? That touch. We can be all social media managers, but when I handle an account, there is a signature that I leave on that account that people are searching for. That is what makes you special. That's your brand. Because when people are saying, oh, we have some social managers, but I have one outstanding social manager. That outstanding is your brand. Do you understand? Now, let's move on. Now, personal brand. We've talked about brand. Now, let's bring it to the personal. Because remember I said branding is what people say about you. Personal brand is how you curate what people should say about you. Do you get the difference? Branding is what people would say, is the perception that people will see. Now, that perception that people will see, who is going to curate it? Who is going to create it? It is you. The process of you curating and curating it is your personal brand. Now, if you are going to build a personal brand, it is as intentional as building a mansion. It's as intentional as building a mansion. But your purpose has to be clear, which is why I so much love the team. It's purposeful vision, bold moves, and emerging trends. So that purpose, there has to be a purpose to it. And that purpose has to be directed in the right direction. And that's why we need to first clarify what personal branding is not before we now talk about what it is really. What is it? First, it is not about your ego. It's not about saying, oh, because I want to build a personal brand, I want to be the best in the world. So you start carrying your shoulder high from day one. Say, anywhere I go, I just want them to know me as the best. You are not the one that will tell us that you are the best. It is your work that will show us that you are the best. And you can be the best person and have the wrongest attitude, and nobody will acknowledge that you are the best. Do you understand? So it's not about ego, it's about stewardship. God has given you a talent. Again, one of my most favorite quotes is that your gift is God's talent. Your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. So that thing that you've discovered about yourself, that passion that you have, that dream, that bold idea that you have, is not for you to use it to boost your ego. It's for you to create a change in the world. So building a personal brand is not about propping up your ego, to saying, so that whenever you come into a room, everybody is, feeling, no. It is for you to steward. So managing that gift, your skills, and the platform that God has given to you. I don't have enough time. I would have said we should read the book of 1 Peter 4:10 so we can understand it, but you can check this on your own in your free time. Second, it's not about popularity. We're not here so that you can be popular for the whole world. And anywhere they call your name, everybody is shouting, hey. No, you are not here to become a celebrity. You are here to drive influence. Do you know that there are some people that are popular, but they are not influential? There is a difference. There are people who are popular, but not influential. You will not need certain things and think about them, even though you know them. Bad popularity is notoriety. There are two. There is fame and there is notoriety. Notoriety is you are known for a bad thing. I mean, if they say, there is one Iku Danger on that junction there, people know him. Everybody knows Iku Danger maybe he's the head of Agbero. Is he popular or not? But what kind of influence will he likely have for you? So we're not here to chase popularity. We're here to chase influence. Influence is you being able to help people move from one point to the other without you having to do too much. Because, how do I put this? Influence is a quality of the people you know who can be valuable. So somebody comes to me now and says, I'm trying to get into the marketing space and I want to work in the banking space. Please, I'm looking for job opportunities. What would determine influence for someone like me is that I know 2 or 3 persons in the banking space who are currently hiring. And I can call and say, I have a candidate here and I can speak to a few of their capabilities. Are you looking to hire someone? And then I send you there and they say, because Olumide referred you, I don't even need to interview you. Just resume on Monday. That is influence. I don't have to be popular. But why will somebody say, because Olumide referred you, I don't need to interview you? It's because they've seen me do certain things, work in certain ways, apply certain value, that they believe that whatever comes from this guy is legit. It didn't happen in one day. It didn't happen in 1 year. It didn't happen probably in a decade for some people. So whatever you are building as your personal brand is not for you to be popular. It's for you to be influential. Thirdly, it's not about a facade. It's not about showing up in front of people as a certain way, but that's not really who you are. That's a facade, like giving us a fake front of yourself. It is about authenticity. You have to be authentic. We need to know that the same Olumide we see when we are here is the same Olumide that we know when we are not here.